So there was a lot
Hello.
of screwing, but not much.
Popping bottles in the ice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to I've lost count of season 4, episode X of
That's what
Power
I was going to
Rangers.
ask. What episode number? Sorry,
You know what? In
completely
all seriousness,
interruption.
I did
That's
actually
what I
have
was
it
going to ask.
earlier today, so bear with me just 1 second and I will tell you.
What
Uh,
episode are we on of like the
I did
whole?
have it earlier today
Yeah.
because I was going through and
Episode
getting everything
11?
uploaded to YouTube bit by bit to release every day over the next couple of weeks. So I need sizes of the files because they're very big
I'm,
files.
I'm going
Purely
on
because
left.
This
I
would
was
be
listening
episode
to
13.
Damn, I was so
Ooh,
close.
So
Ooh.
in total, we're somewhere in the region of 60, about 80, roughly 80.
nice.
Yeah, roughly 80. Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Approximately.
Approximately season 4, episode 13 of Power Rangers Let There Be Thunder. The episode in which we realized about 30 seconds before we went live, that they leveled up last week and nobody realized.
The GM
Look,
did.
I realized and then forgot, but it's chill. It's a nothing level. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter that much.
I mean,
so
obviously
cool.
we were waiting for
It's a quick
Michael.
one.
16 is a pretty big
Oh,
level. I
big
don't know what you're talking about.
It's a
Um,
nothing. It's a nothing. It's a perk and a perk and a power. It's a perk
On
and
the
a
plus
power
side.
and one more health for me.
It's choice paralysis.
on the plus side, because the Psycho Rangers were defeated last week, we had the big fight against the Psycho Rangers, the freeway battle. There's not going to be a big fight this week, so we don't have to worry about making sure everybody's ready to go. So what we can do, Stu, while he's staring intently into the screen, which means he really is looking at the character creation options, is jump to introductions with the individual in the top left corner.
Hello, sorry, I didn't realize I was staring so intently. Hello, I am Michael. I will be playing Peters, the White Rangers. For how much longer? Who knows? Not White Rangers, just
Approximately 20 more episodes.
we'll see how long I'm going
And
to be a
4
player.
movies.
Oh god. If our episodes are 3 hours, how long is a goddamn movie?
Very long.
What's up? I'm Panic. I play Cal the Purple Ranger. And I was also looking at character upgrades, but thank God the UI is still borked. Because it means after the fact I'll just have to bother them until they let me look at their books. So I can steal perks and whatnot.
Wait. Hello, I am Michael, and I'm here today. Not through any intelligence of my own, but because somebody said, "Hey, there's a game tomorrow," and I'm Sarah the Pink Ranger, and my brain sucks.
Touche.
Hi, I'm Jay, and I'll be playing Q, the Gold Ranger. I had to stop for a second. I was like, "Is this right? Is this what I say?"
Gold.
Gold. I love
He
gold.
likes gold,
Yeah.
especially
24.
the Queen Mother.
24 karat magic.
So, as I did kind of jump the gun a little bit earlier, the Rangers last week fought the Psycho Rangers one-on-one fights, which were, I think, quite interesting because in some of the fights, things weren't quite. It wasn't quite so curb stompy as it may have been in the past, but things weren't going quite.
I mean, look,
100% the way of the Rangers.
I got a get back, but I did not get the get back. There is one more get back.
You want a
I
clip
mean-
tour, don't you?
There's a clip tour and there's the Blue Psycho Ranger. I have a get back.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I kick the shit out of Psycho Green. So
I mean, he did also, if I remember correctly, get you down to what, 1 health?
One
one
health.
HP, yeah, but
It was
I
a blow
won.
for blow. It was a blow for
Killed the
blow.
baby dragon.
He did kill Baby
Yeah.
Dragon, but it's fine. Baby Dragon is fine now. He's all
You
good.
There's
have
a
an
second
inflatable
one.
Mhm.
There's a second
that
one.
was an important bit, Michael. I distracted the Red Psycho Ranger with a giant inflatable of my Zord.
And it worked too.
Welcome to the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
Yeah.
The Red Psycho Ranger is not going to live this down in prison. He's gonna have to lie about how he lost his fight.
About how he
6-on-1
got
fight with
distracted.
the Rangers.
Yeah, and how an old lady ranger dance move landed on him. Yeah.
He doesn't know she was
Yeah.
an old lady ranger. He just knew
No,
she was two gold
of
rangers
the
teamed up
of
on
the
him.
psycho of the psychos that showed up last session, the red one got disrespected the hardest.
It was pretty brutal. I don't think the red one landed an attack.
No,
No.
he didn't.
That's
Because
fine.
he immediately got surprised and then
Yep.
set himself on fire.
Yep.
And then got
Backed
the
his head off a
stuffing kicked
table.
out of him.
Yep. So he's
Mhm.
surprised. He lost his turn because of being surprised. His first turn, got whomped on for a little bit. Then he fumbled, so he exploded the balloon with his fire attack. Red Psycho Ranger was awful.
He got dog walked, unfortunately, for him. Not for us.
Andros
For
is
us, it
doing
was
a
great.
terrible job.
Yeah, he had it coming. You know what I mean?
And as he went to try and run out of the room to escape, the Queen Mum came in and we both locked the door so he couldn't escape.
Yeah, he was trying to run away, and then the second Gold Ranger showed up. He was already
cage now.
he was losing the ones and then got double teamed. It was incredible.
So
Villains.
No,
that's what happened last week, which Michael missed, and for those who weren't about to see it.
And then I dragged him out the room by the scruff of the neck.
We start this week's episode then with Psycho Rangers having been defeated. The only one that has escaped is Psycho Blue. Ecliptor
back.
hadn't arrived at the fight, so we're assuming that Ecliptor was still on the Psycho mothership, because despite it being assaulted by the Triforian Navy, by your own ship in orbit, it still put up a good fight and escaped as soon as Psycho Blue left the planet.
4 or 5 is not bad.
5 or 6?
I mean, was it? No, we only got 4 of them, didn't
No,
we?
5 or 6. Blue left the planet. There is 6 Psycho Rangers
Oh, there are
with
6.
green and
Damn.
clinkered. Yep. So 5 or 6.
Just off screen, there's a hole in Pink's head. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We don't have to talk about it.
There's a hole in Pink's helmet, and Pink is in a capture card.
It's fine. Pink was a gaseous alien. So the hole's in the helmet, and Pink just kind of like leaks out of the helmet and gets
And then the
captured.
Triforian military took out Yellow.
Yeah. Triforian military did pretty well against Yellow. The Space Rangers did pretty well against the...
Director
No,
income
I
tax.
can't do colours.
Red, blue,
red,
yellow,
green,
pink,
yellow,
black, green.
black.
That's all of them.
They were fighting Blue, but Blue escaped.
Yeah. So really, it's the look. I'm of two minds, right? Because the Space Rangers lost against Blue, which is embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and you should feel embarrassed about that, Space Rangers. However, it does mean I get my get back.
I was going to have him captured, but I feel like you need your get back.
I mentioned the get back, and you were like,
Yeah.
okay, we can get you a get back.
We can do this, yeah. We can do this. Just for you.
They
Look,
had
I
him when
would-
he escaped.
Look, I would straight up take Cal not being present for the final battle if it's me getting a get back against Psycho Blue and Ecliptor.
It's like an after credit sequence after the final battle.
It's like there's a final
it's
battle.
Just Cal
like-
and Ecliptor just like bam, bam, bam.
Like before the final battle, I'm like, go, I'll hold them off, and you guys go into the final battle and I disappear. And then the post-credit scene is just me and Ecliptor shirtless in the rain, like on top of the Millennium Tower, just beating the shit out of each other.
I don't even think Ecliptor wears shirts.
It's true.
He's always skins.
hmm I just joined him. Anyway,
Wi-
we have things to do or something.
Yeah. With the Psycho Rangers having been contained for the most part, with the Psycho Mothership gone, with fleeing the option most taken by the Psycho Blue and Ecliptor, the Queen Mother calls for the Triforians to start returning to the planet through the archway from Safe Haven. Now that the planet seems to be safe, Safe Haven and the Omega Rangers promise a exchange of technology, enabling them to better defend the planet in case of any further assault on the Zeo Crystal. Leaving the four of you some time to sort of recover, recuperate, and rest up after the fight. There's still 3 Petes wandering around the castle, wandering around the royal sort of estate, which is a little bit dinged up and worse for wear, having weathered the assault.
I fully foist all of the blame for the destruction I did to that, like, royal changing room or whatever onto Psycho Black.
Which
That
they
wasn't
are
me,
100%
actually.
believe. They don't even think
Yeah, I
to
didn't-
check whether or not there's like any cameras or anything.
I mean, why would there be a camera in the changing room? Scandalous.
Yeah,
The Queen
100%.
Mother's a pervert.
3 Petes and 3.5 eyebrows.
3 and a... So they each have 1, but who's got the extra half?
And where is it hidden?
It's Baby Dragon.
Baby Dragon has half an eyebrow. So do we
Two-quarters of
need
an eyebrow.
to... Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up to the team. Do we need to, like, swing by Earth so Pete's can go talk to their dads to see if they can get put back into 1?
That sounds remarkably gross.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Like,
What do you think, Pete's?
In unison, all three are just like, I mean, we're on Triforia, so wouldn't it be a good idea to ask someone here how we put me back together if it's a Triforian thing?
Oh,
but,
I thought it was your dad. I thought your dad was like, he took the one thing that did that to you guys and then went to Earth.
I suppose I should really have a conversation with
Your
my
grandma?
nan.
Me? She says.
Oh,
sort
she's
of leaning
here!
through the doorway.
I'm gonna
I-
get behind the Pete's and like strong arm them, like all as many of my arms as I need to just like lock
They all
them
go
in place.
Different directions. You're just like,
I'm just gonna lock them in place and then sort of push them forward towards the door.
Cal, make me a brawn check, contested by Pete's brawn check. And yes, because you have your arms, you do get the assistance that you would normally get.
Hey,
oh,
that's 2.
You don't, unfortunately.
Because there's 3 of me, can I get upshifts?
You can have an upshift
Ugh.
from Stoic Pete.
I'd like to spend a story point to reroll a 1.
How badly did that go?
Wait, I got a 14. Do you need to re-roll it?
Yes, 27.
Damn it. I am huddled.
Oh, I've crashed, it seems. My internet has probably died. I'm alone right now.
Oh.
Everything is frozen,
We can
and
hear
I am
you.
afeared. Hello?
hello.
Hello?
Hello.
It's been 80,000 years! Zoom is telling me my internet connection is unstable.
Say,
Horseshit!
I like the way he was like, I'm alone right now. Hello?
Everyone was frozen, and I am by myself.
oh,
Because I
man.
said 27 and the internet shat itself.
broke the internet.
It knows your roll was just too good for the situation because.
And yes,
as
I
you-
did need to re-roll. Previously, it was an 8.
Ah,
I went from a nat 1 to a natural 20.
As the
Oh, but-
arms sweep out, they do kind of like snag one of, like each of Pete's arms, and you manage to grab a hold of them all, encompassing with your own arms, and push them forwards towards the door so they can't escape. As you have all noticed that Pete does seem to have been making a concentrated effort to avoid his nan.
to
Mhm.
not be to not being alone with his grandma.
So I have a couple of ideas about how we can reunify thems. One involves duct tape.
Solid.
One
Yeah.
involves putting them on a wall and getting all the Queen's horses and all the Queen's men.
Mhm.
I am not Humpty Dumpty. And then
I shove them out the door into the loving and waiting arms of the Queen Mother, and then I close it.
She's
Um,
standing in the doorway, so she's quite happy to just kind of watch this all take place. And there's nowhere for him to escape to. This room has a single door. Make me alertness checks, everybody.
The hell is my alertness die? D6 probably
8.
is.
He hits the door.
I would also like to say that Andrew.
That's a
Pete,
second natural 20.
on the
Right.
mention
24.
of the duct tape idea, Andrew Pete will pipe up and say, "Nope, doesn't work."
Is it insight?
No, perception.
Didn't think so, but
19.
19. I was going to say, and alongside perception, I would say ears or eyes, either or.
Well, then, no.
in the devil. Okay.
The
Whatever
difficulty
you're
is only
specialized
10. I will tell you that.
Oh, degree of success.
That's not the point. All right, critical 14.
Critical 14. You see behind the Queen, there's like an entire squad of Royal Guards. They're holding shields interlocked, so they form a wall. And you, especially for Cal, there is for Cal and Sarah for the degree of success and for the crit, there is no way past that wall. They are completely locked in. They are squared off. A whole riot could strike them, kicking and screaming. They wouldn't budge an inch.
I can
There
break
was
Three
a-
beats.
There was a part of Cal's rebel soul which still exists but has been tempered by the purple spectrum. That's just like, man, it'd be fun to try. Man, it'd be fun to try that. Not right now, business, but man, that looks like it'd be fun.
I think you should just take several seats, Peter. You're not going.
Yeah. So, hi, Your Majesty. Nan, what do I call you?
I just kind of like push him forward and go, look, grandbabies! And then I disappear back into the room. Poof!
Your nan is
There's that idea involving mostly spoons and the door closes.
I do hear McHugh's
Mhm.
here, that
Oh,
if
full name.
one of them is held dead, unable to move, so somebody holds an arm
Dead?
on each side. Not dead, Cal. But just
I
Put
turn
my
on-
trident away.
I turn on shyness and vanish.
an arm on each side just to make sure that they can't move, and then the other two run, one in front and one in back, right bang into the middle of that one. They will all fuse together. And I will say you can make an alertness insight check at this point.
A Looney Tunes method. I never would have thought.
I was gonna suggest it, honestly. Like,
See, again, this is like something that I feel like Andrew Pete would have already tried.
He tried
one
of them running into it, but neither of the other two tried running in as well.
Critical
three of us did,
12?
that would work.
critical 18.
8.
So many fours. Jeez.
Jay, for Q, unfortunately, you do
Fuck you
believe.
too.
For Q, unfortunately, Q does believe what she's saying, as if she has some wisdom there. She's probably gone through this sort of process before herself.
Yeah.
You will summon his trident, spin it through the air,
What?
steer it into the floor so it pins one of the Pete's feet to the floor.
Between the tines.
Yeah,
Just checking.
yeah. Not to actually
Yeah, don't put
skewer
holes in my
him
feet.
like that.
For both Cal and for Sarah, 100% she's playing a joke. 100% practical joke. You can see the little grin in the corner of her lips, the little
Dimples.
Well, I guess we're
Dimples,
running
thank
into
you.
each other because these two aren't going to tell me that, are they?
I look at Sarah. I look at Sarah and know deep in my heart that she wants to see them Looney Tunes this anyway. So I'm gonna be like, you should try it.
Yeah,
So
I mean, anything's worth a shot.
This is the
I-
Queen Mother giving you the advice. Why would she lie to you?
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm going to say that Q pinned main Pete. So it's Stoic Pete and Toby Pete and Andrew Pete. That will like run in. Andrew Pete is super excited. He's going to come from the front, and then Stoic Pete is not so infused by
That's
this.
not how I'd have done it, but hey.
We all know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I have turned on the recording function of my helmet.
I have also done this to get a different angle so we can cut it together later.
I'm live streaming to Billy.
And through much protesting from Main Pete, the other two will run full speed into him, and I'm assuming we go clang and all fall on the floor.
There is just like a whole, just full body slam into each other. The two that bounce off of the one in the middle do go like sprawled across the floor. The one in the middle, unfortunately, because of the way he was hit, front first, where the pitchfork is, the trident is,
Yeah.
and then the back one hits him a second later. He kind of hits the trident in the sternum, and then because he's been hit forward, he can't go forward. He can't go forward over the trident that's pinning him in place. He doesn't fall back. He just kind of like dong.
He vibrates in
sort of
place.
Yeah. And then say,
Someone make a Three Stooges joke because Cal canonically doesn't know who they are.
Wile E. Coyote.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, why did we believe that was going to work? Again, what do I call you? Sorry, Your Majesty,
I
Grandma.
can't believe he actually did that.
Nan.
Your
I
Grannis.
believe
I can't
can.
believe you bought it.
for now
I
at
can.
least, you can call me Your Majesty, as you have been wandering around the palace for the past week doing your darndest to avoid me. And there
this is
are
kind of a-
3 of you.
Yeah, this is kind of an awkward
It's
conversation.
been
that I-
quite impressive.
Yeah, we can be good at that sometimes. I do apologize. It's just a bit of a shock to the system to find out that A, I'm an alien and I've just met my father's mother, who is also an alien, and at present, possibly 3 people.
And you're a prince.
I'm a prince. Yeah, I'm also royalty. It's a lot to take on.
I mean, think of it this way. At least it happened after you shifted spectrums, because if you were still green, we would just be calling you a shamrock.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
You know, small green split 3 ways.
So in a way, it's kind of lucky I blew up the green power coin.
Danger.
Don't tell Billy I said that. Okay.
Out of curiosity, are you still
Oh, I'll
live
stop
streaming
live
this too,
streaming.
Billy? Yeah. Billy was watching this. He was laughing right up until the point you said it was kind of lucky I blew up the green spectrum, at which point he's just kind of...
It was a joke.
You
I'd
don't
like
know
to
that
point-
Billy is, because he's on the other end of the stream. You can't see Billy's reaction.
I can sense it.
Feel the disappointment through the light years.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd like
The
to point out.
disappointment sense is tingling.
I'd like to point out when Billy was doing all his thing, like with the team, he had help.
Is your
I do
Peter
believe-
tingle actually just Billy's disappointment?
I do believe there was an alpha unit on the planet with you.
Yep.
Aren't they very highly educated?
Have you met our alpha unit? They are, yes, and Alpha did help me with a few things, but more technical things. I've been told apparently I don't think about things deeply enough, and Alpha didn't really either. He just kind of, yeah.
I mean, you did just run into yourself in the hopes that your physical bodies would fuse into one.
I would like to point out that was them, not me. I kind of didn't have any choice.
They are you. I think that's the problem
Touché.
here. You're treating them as if they're separate from you. They're not separate from you. They are you.
Okay. On that comment, Pete will think back to the fight with Psycho Green and the fact that they were able to. I'd like it's not telepathy or anything, but they were almost able to communicate what they were going to do throughout the fight without talking to each other. They just instinctually knew. And Pete will start, all three Petes will start to focus on that feeling again of like being in unison with each other. And let's see if that does anything.
Q will look over at Stoic Pete and say, every time you were embarrassed by something that you did, Q will gesture to Andy Pete, you apologized for yourself. And there have been many things in your life that you've had to apologize for. The time you melted my He-Man, the time you melted...
It was an accident! Don't leave
the
it
time
around
you
the
melted my
blowtorches!
sneakers, the time you melted my car keys.
Again?
Basically, you've had to apologize for melting a lot of things, but you've never had to apologize for being you to me.
Well, thank you, but I would like to point out, did you bring
I'm
these
not-
things into my lab? Because that's your own fault.
The reason, not the reason, but I'm not friends just with the aspects of you that are convenient or that are comfortable. I'm friends with all of you.
And on that, all three Petes
Keep
will go
in
into like a very quiet contemplation. And Andrew Peter and Toby Peter,
Make me an alertness insight check with edge, please.
16.
That's good. 16's good. You gotta say it different. You gotta give it a different tone.
Sounds so disappointed, doesn't he? 16.
You gotta say it's like,
Good
I got a
roll.
16! You gotta
What
manifest the energy.
Yeah, what was you gonna say, Cal?
Oh, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna I'm gonna pat them all on the back because I can do that.
Just all at the same time.
Yeah. What's the point of being being the man spider if you can't pat all three of your friends' multiforms at the same time?
Anything from Sarah?
I mean, he was right. Like, we love we love you because you are a dumbass, and for many other reasons.
Tom Pete is going to give you a look as if I'm the dumb one.
Smartest dumb guy I have the pleasure of being friends with.
And on that, Pete will. Oh, sorry. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I was just saying, Q will round off with, we all accept all of you. Perhaps you need to accept all of you.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
love you guys.
Oh no, God!
In unison, the three Petes will just be like, "Oh, I love you guys," and Toby Pete and Andrew Pete will put their hands on Tom Pete's shoulders. Does anything happen?
Roll. Presumably you're not specialised in insight.
I am not.
So whichever skill die you have rolled, roll the skill die 2 steps up and replace it.
Okay, so
Keep the
four
D20.
turns into an 8. It goes up by 2, so I got an 18.
As they finish talking, the Queen Mother just says, "Now just pull yourself together, child." And as the hands rest upon each other's shoulders, you just, where there were 3 beats, there's just 1.
Oh,
Not
it
being
feels
weird.
good to be me. Oh, I missed having all of me together. Thank you, Your
But now
Majesty.
there are 6 eyebrows. I'm kidding.
No, it's just one big monobrow.
He got too much
Way
hair.
down.
Cal unceremoniously hits you in the face with like a blowtorch. Like a Looney Tunes cartoon, just and then when he's
With a
fine,
fire
it's just
extinguisher.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
That's for melting He-Man.
so, Your Majesty, can
I
we,
believe you could call me grandmother.
grandmother?
Your
Thank you.
nanny. Well, it's right there.
Oh my God, Your Nanasty, please.
I slap Sarah upside the head, and then I look at Pete with such like, come on, man, not
Grandmother.
right away,
I high five
not
Sarah.
right
Like-
away.
Ah. Can
Grandmother.
we maybe talk?
I think it's
Mm.
about time, don't you?
Yeah, I think maybe we should. Yeah, as much as it fills me with some kind of dread. Yeah, let's. Yeah, have you got somewhere we can go?
It's okay. I've had my allotment of violence for the year.
You will whisper in Pete's ear. It might involve a lot of birthday presents.
You guys do birthdays here, right?
Birthdays?
I would like to roll an alertness insight check to see if she's looking me or not. Yes.
Oh God,
It's a lot
Davy
of
Jones. Davy Jones has brought up a horrifying prospect. Is
Could
Peter
be.
the king of Triforia?
Technically, his dad is, but does his dad return is the question.
I mean, if he left, has he technically abdicated? Which
No,
Oh, no.
abdicating's a choice. He didn't abdicate. He's just not returned.
you don't know that.
How long? How long?
No, no
He
one knows.
abdicated in the mirror by himself.
Mhm.
How long does a king? How long does a king have to be absent before his people are just like, guys, we need another king?
Also, I rolled a 21 on my insight check.
Although Jay does.
She's
Jay
definitely
does
pulling your
speak
leg.
truth, 'cause the queen is here.
You
Queen
do
Mother is here.
birthdays. No, I'm not falling for that again.
We also, I mean, they do Christmas out in space. We've learned that. So there's also
Oh, you've met Santa Ranger.
we
Yeah.
have. We
In
have.
fact, we saved Christmas.
yeah.
in May.
A
You're
noble
welcome.
cause.
It was a good time.
Pull out my badge. Yeah.
And I got a magic cookbook.
I can't
He
remember
must
what I
have
got.
believed you to be
Oh yeah.
quite the ranger and quite the cook.
Oh,
I am
He's one of those.
certainly. I'm certainly one of those things.
We say simultaneously.
I'm the
She-
Captain Jack Sparrow of Power Rangers.
She leads you to the throne room and sits upon the throne that's just pillows everywhere. And in the time that you have been chatting in the room, all the food and everything prepared, there's a seat that's been brought out for you. It's comfortable, but it's smaller than the thrones, and it is not upon the raised level that the thrones are on.
I am a king, and I will not be treated this way. Never mind.
I backhand him into a wall.
That was just an above table thing. It didn't actually say.
Okay, good. Then what I said was also above table. Actually, no, I changed my mind for no reason whatsoever. Cal whacks you into a wall.
Sass
Yes, a high
detected.
chair, Jay. He
Slam.
has a high chair. The royal high chair.
So,
Can we lock? Does it have the fold down thing? We can lock him in and give him a bib and everything. Yeah.
Oh,
There's
God.
no bib just because of his age, but it does have the fold down thing to lock him in place.
I would like to put a story point for a bib.
I would like to counter that with a story point for no bib.
Wait, no!
That's not how it works. You
Our
can spend a story
points!
point to summon an item, like it.
Fine, I explode the bib.
He uses the story point to summon a bomb that destroys only the
A
bib.
big bomb. Like a
You
You
bomb.
lose another eyebrow.
Wait, Jay. Bibbity bobbity bomb.
Yeah.
God,
That has to be an episode title at some point.
bibbity bob. That might be this
For
episode title.
what
Just
reason?
just for the.
No, we can't name the episode after a one-off. That means we have to make so many more bomb jokes.
I got
Which we can't do because they will all just bomb.
Oh no!
Look what you've done, Matt.
Moving swiftly on. We
Yes.
sit down and we eat food.
Yeah, if Pete's in a high chair, then I give him a little bit of the purple spectrum, so he doesn't have to be embarrassed about this. I'm gonna
It's a very
take
nice
that
looking
emotion
chair.
away.
Hmm?
What is it you wish to speak to me about, grandson?
weird, right?
I don't feel old enough to have a grandchild.
Question. No, you can't ask that to a lady.
No one ever does.
Um,
No one ever does, Your Majesty. No one ever does.
so, what can you tell me about, obviously, my dad? Because they're on Earth, and pretty sure he split like I did. Does that mean I was still able to use my powers? So does that mean he is too?
Child, you do realize I have no insight as to what happened to your father after he left Rayforia.
But the splitting thing's common here, right?
The splitting thing is fairly common. The Power Ranger aspect, not so much.
Has any other Triforian Ranger ever split whilst having their powers still?
For short periods of time, a few minutes, a few hours.
Because I was morphed for days.
Yes.
Could that be
You didn't
part
know
of
how
my
to pull yourself together, and you were avoiding me. Like some sort of fool.
again difficult conversation to have? It's a lot to take in. It's still not quite there yet. Just
I
found
don't
out
think
I'm
it's
an
that
alien.
difficult, personally. Hello, grandmother, I'm home. Also, how do I stop being 3?
I mean, when you put it like that, but I'm from Earth. Things are a little bit different there. Finding out that you're an alien is a bit of a head turner.
Do you not talk
Yeah,
to each other on Earth?
we do.
Communicate about problems?
Not as much as maybe we should.
You see the issue then?
Am I the issue?
Communicating
Always.
about problems could have fixed the problem much sooner.
Yeah, that's a fair point, and I am sorry for avoiding you. Um, we've already lost so much time, and I wasted some more, which isn't really great.
No, I almost had the Royal Guards kidnap you.
I would have loved to have seen that go down.
Me too.
We can still arrange it if you'd like.
I think I've had my fill of, much like yourself. I've had my fill of violence for the day. But maybe before we leave, we can try something. Um, Speaking of, what do I do now? Like, like, I'm a prince. So does that mean I'm in line for the throne?
Technically,
Not that I necessarily want it. That's a lot of responsibility. Don't think I'm trying to usurp you or anything.
no, if you want it, you're welcome to have it. I've been the Queen Mother. I've sat upon this lovely chair for a long time. Even full of pillows, it's quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the most comfortable chair in the world.
I don't know whether to say it's above table or at the table, but if she's the Queen Mother, that means that there is a queen of whom she is the mother.
I know, but the king, would she be the king's mother?
Yeah,
That sounds really weird. Would she be the king's mother?
yeah.
Okay, she's the king's mother then. That sounds really weird though.
I always thought the idea of like the Queen Mother is that like regardless of which member of the royal coupling she's the mother of, she is femme, so queen, like
Queen
queen
is the
ascribed
title.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's why I'm not saying I'm right.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
look, I'm also American, so I have woefully
No
little
idea.
knowledge about the titles
But I mean-
ascribed to royalty.
I've read a fantasy novel or two, and it's always been like the person in that position is referred to as the Queen Mother.
Or like the Queen
On
Regent or something.
Triforia, it's the Queen Mother.
Yeah, I know. It's
On
just
Triforia,
in,
it's
in my
Queen
brain.
Mother.
I'm just like, but doesn't she have to be like the mother of the queen? Is that not how? But yeah. Anyway, yeah.
She was also the queen at one point. Now she is
It's
a
the chicken
mother.
and the egg.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
I thought Q was going to offer to take the throne.
I mean, I'm a queen already, so you know, I'm qualified.
accurate.
Exactly.
Wait, she's my mother?
Mid conversation, Pete will suddenly have a brainwave, like, "Oh God, that's right," and I will try and contact.
Sarah, can you smell burning?
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Yeah.
U
I
R
w-
N I N G.
This bit was brought to you by artificial intelligence. Get out of our walls. Stay away from us.
And I
Please
now
do.
know how to spell burning.
Burning.
Peter will suddenly have a brainwave, and I will try and contact my father through the communicator that I left behind him.
Make me a technology check, please.
Yeah, boy.
He likes doing that.
I do
It's his,
like doing that.
it's his favorite.
Your Majesty, is it possible that Peter's father was injured somehow while
It's
separated and forgot how
Entirely
to?
possible.
Yeah.
If he had some sort of trauma, if there was any sort of memory loss, he may not have realized that he was more than one
Was
individual.
3. Because why wouldn't he come home? I've been racking my brain since we found out, and like,
And his ship isn't exactly small.
yeah.
I've been doing a little bit of research into your planets. Your pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, oh my god.
It turns out that the Gold Ranger's Zord for Triforia is designed on the same principle,
Oh, okay.
geometrically.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say that the
Yeah.
History Channel was right.
History Channel.
In my head.
Yeah,
was
I don't know what it
completely
is
gonna
either.
go,
I actually shouldn't have brought this up. Cal's nose starts bleeding.
Stargate all the way down.
Critical 26.
You're fairly certain that because of the sheer distance involved, any message sent from your wrist communicator is going to take a long period of time to reach Earth. It took you quite a while to leave the solar system.
That's
And-
only because we couldn't find the directions.
Can I, unless I've got one spare anyway, can I spend a story point to have another communicator, which I will give to the Queen Mum? Although there's a delay.
She'll have communications technology involved. She's already spoken to Safe Haven.
Cool. In that case, then, can I link her communications to the communicator I left for my father? And so before we came to space, I left my old communicator for Dad, and if permitted, I'd like to hook your communications array up to be able to contact it. There'll be a delay because I've tried, but I don't know. Do you may be able to speak to him again?
I think better than that, I'm going to send my fastest ship.
No.
I
Or
mean,
yes, but how our our planet's not great with things from other worlds.
I
Mm,
thought your planet was taking in refugees.
Wait, is it? I don't know. My brain is currently stuck between realities.
both
Yeah,
are true,
like
honestly.
Claydoyus Pete is a refugee.
Hiding in plain sight. He's the
But he's
king of
not
the
exactly
Rumble.
like eating at McDonald's, so you know.
Yeah. Land in Florida, nobody would know.
I mean, if
Yeah,
we
sorry.
have
So just pretending
nothing,
you said nothing. That didn't happen. Just
It's
get.
totally understandable, especially given the current world climate.
we
Yeah.
if we don't have anywhere to be, why don't we just go get him?
Is it time for a space road trip?
So during the conversation with Grandmama, Peter will ask if she knows of any like long-term effects to being separated, because obviously Ben has been separated for 20 odd years.
The concern would be that the individual components have created lives of their own. They have memories, they have families, potentially.
I mean, they've definitely done that. Two of them own juice bars.
Juice bars.
Places you go where you can get food and drinks and things. Mainly milkshakes. Cal works there. Worked there?
Yeah, I mean, look, they were good bosses. We've been gone months, and I'm 90% sure I resigned before we left.
I don't
Um,
remember either of them mention anything about families though.
That's a
No, me
positive at
neither.
least. Because they're not leaving
And I
anything
don't
behind if they do.
I don't think they didn't have rings on their fingers. So,
I mean, Ben did.
Checked.
well, Ben, yeah, but like she dead. Not to put too fine a point on it.
Thanks, Sarah.
Bro!
We will
Um,
kick Sarah under the table very hard.
Peter, you
Hey,
obviously
you still got one parrot, maybe three. So
you've only been gone for a short period of, or you've only been three for a short period of time, but when you fused, you had the memories of all three.
yeah,
Could be a
fusing
little
them
bit
back together
jarring.
then could be overloading.
Exactly.
So you no, don't finish that.
Okay, so plan, guys. Road trip back to Earth.
yeah.
Kill the other two. No.
Your Majesty, do you want to come?
On a road
Thanks, Sarah. I feel like
trip,
maybe I should have
I
extended
believe,
that invite, but
Sarah,
okay.
where we're going, there are no roads.
Yeah. Hey.
Amazing.
How do
I'm
you know
sorry,
that?
but I always enjoyed that film.
It's a great movie.
It's from
How have you seen Back to the Future? Sorry, may I ask?
Do you know
It's
how many
it
things
was
we
it
beam into
takes a
space that we
while to
probably
come out,
shouldn't?
but yes, you
Yeah.
broadcast everything willy nilly. Honestly, the fact that your planet hasn't been conquered,
freak
The,
accident.
yeah,
yeah,
the sheer amount of porn in just floating in space.
the sheer amount of everything floating in space. There's even a my space. Do you think you own space?
But yeah, MySpace isn't a thing anymore.
Blame Tom.
Oh, it
Yeah,
took
it's
a
always Tom's fault.
while for us to reach it, so I didn't realize it was already gone. Okay. That's confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it takes that long for a signal to reach here, damn, Dad ain't gonna get that message for a while.
Well, obviously, depending on the strength of the broadcast, different messages can take different periods of time, how direct the signal's being sent out, where they're received from. Some individuals actually make quite a sum of money intercepting signals from your planet and selling the information on. Somebody was selling on episodes of something called The Golden Girls.
I mean,
What's that?
it's probably that like the peak of human culture. So
Oh, I don't know.
It was some TV documentary, I believe, about family lives.
I don't really pay attention to those.
It
yes,
wasn't a
documentary.
documentary. It was an entertainment show.
You humans really do have far too much time on your hands.
Not wrong there.
But yes,
But all that said, yeah, I mean,
to answer your question, I do apologise. I did get slightly off topic there. I would love to return with you to Earth to see my son.
and we should probably bring some sort of medical specialist or
I will
like
bring
psychologist.
the
I don't
royal
know.
surgeon
Yeah.
Edited.
and the royal apothecary. It's a
Do
long title, but
you have a royal shrink?
the royal surgeon is trained in all medical fields.
Fair enough. All right.
There's not a lot of hacking and sawing necessary really now, but a lot of therapy. When you can become components of your own personality and are faced with them, literally face to face to face, it's a booming business on Triforia.
I can see that. All right. Well, I guess shall we then?
Could we perhaps have 24 hours just so I can make sure everything
Yeah.
is...
We gotta make
Make the
sure the ship
necessary
is
preparations.
ship shape anyway. It had some holes and stuff.
And we'll
understandable?
obviously provide you with your own suite. Is that the right word?
Royal quarters.
I mean, we don't really have royal quarters, but should I
You
have
will
royal
keep
quarters?
Pete under the table.
Ow!
Out of curiosity, I'm not sure who's in charge of the ship, but is there an empty quarter next to my grandson's?
We can arrange it.
I mean, it can happen.
Then
Yeah, I'm not sure.
perhaps we could have the two combined and Pete could share a quarter with somebody else. And we'll dub those the royal quarters. I could use one as a sitting room and reception area, and one as my... Make an alertness insight check, please. I will say, Q, you get edge on this
Critical
check.
26.
Oh, well, you do
17.
have edge. Whether or not you want to roll another d20, that's entirely up to yourself.
No, I got a 20 on the D20
You got
and a
20
6
on
on
the
the
D20?
6. So,
Okay.
you know, ain't getting any higher.
Nope.
This is the best I could do.
I mean, like, at this point, you've literally been inside a facet of her head.
We're gonna let that one air.
Yep.
What have you been inside my grandma?
Okay.
You see what I did to
Heyo.
my BP? It perked her right up.
Critical 23.
Critical 23, critical 26.
Show off. Oh, no, I beat you. It's fine.
I mean, 17.
I can
Just
math.
clicked.
Damn, my man was punching down. What the fuck?
It's like, how dare you? Wait a minute.
Hang on.
17, but I rolled a 1 on my d4, so can we have a story point, please?
No.
No, not because wasn't on the D20.
It doesn't have to be on the d20, does it?
Yeah, it
Does,
does.
yeah.
Oh,
For us to earn a story point, yes. If you were asking to spend one, then you can.
oh no.
I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, that's not how that works. Am I
Dude,
really
I would-
confused
No?
here?
I would
was like-
leave. Bro, if that were the case, I would leave my alertness on a D2 and farm story points by just flipping coins.
Oh,
Oh, no,
Like,
I thought it just didn't work on a d2, but that's fine.
I'm like really confused for a moment. I'm like, am I really misremembering something here?
I
No,
was
no, no, no.
right on my GM game there. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Excuse me.
I got a
Dare
19.
you?
The audacity of the request.
What did you get for Peter? Sorry, Michael.
17.
17.
You gotta pep up those answers, dude.
You,
17!
There's a bit more energy to them, yeah.
These aren't my skills, dude.
Which means 17 is really good
Yeah.
when you're rolling a D2.
That's a 10. You got a critical 23, you said,
Yeah.
for Sarah. Okay,
Yep.
so unfortunately, the only person that actually beat the check was Q. I got a critical 24.
Damn.
Show off. Oh no, wait.
Yeah. You all kind of are lulled into what she's saying. It sounds like a reasonable request for the head of an entire planet to have a reception room for any business that she may need to deal with, especially because she's going to need to bring some of her armed guard aboard the ship. They'll need somewhere to stay. Q, you know she's messing with them. You've seen some of some of her exploits. You've seen her fight. You've seen the advice she had to give. You know, as the Gold Ranger, she has, she's gone without sleep. She's gone without niceties. She's spent as much time in her own morphed suit as the rest of you have, sweating and stinking and yeah.
I would like to point out our
She
suit's
doesn't need
probably
this.
self-cleaning.
Yours might be, hers might not. It's an older version. Yeah. She's definitely taking the mick and maybe just trying to wind up her grandson a little bit.
I mean, Q will ask, wouldn't you be more comfortable in your own ship, Your Majesty?
Well, yes, but you did invite me along.
Yes.
I suppose I could take the royal ship.
Maybe Pete could join you on that.
I could give him etiquette lessons.
Yes.
Prepare
That'll go
him
well.
for a
Dance lessons,
life of
astronavigation lessons,
yes, dance lessons. I have some.
his first ball.
I'm sorry,
His
Q has been
first
trying to get me into
ball.
dance lessons practically all of our life, and it's
Oh,
still
no,
not
not
happened
after
yet.
the second time.
You would have to learn to dance, however, for your reception. We do need
But he
to
has 3
actually
left feet.
introduce you to the Treforian court.
Do we?
Yes.
I mean,
Your Majesty, what is the uh, ceremonial dress, formal wear of Trophorian?
It's very ostentatious. A lot of gold. For
A
you,
lot of
of
ruffle.
course, we could work in some green and some whites just because of your past history. A lot of ruffles, a lot of there's some feathers and
Tuffers.
plumage.
I look
One-
at Peter knowing full well he doesn't want to do this.
like, I hate to say, like, I don't know if I can't stay.
Well, of course not now, but once
Come
you've
back.
dealt with this whole Dark Spectre nuisance and
But I, I have a life on Earth.
you left it
But
behind to go voyaging into space once already.
that's to save the universe, though. Like, I was kind of hoping once we were done with this, I could go home.
And what would you be doing at home?
I mean, good question.
What would you be doing at home that you couldn't possibly be doing on Triforia?
Okay, this is a lot to think about. um,
You did ask whether or not you were a prince.
I did. Um,
There's responsibilities one must uphold, and I would just like to get you ready for upholding them. In fact, while I'm getting the royal ship ready, the guards, and seeing to the people, I'll have the tailor come to see you. I do believe his workroom was destroyed by that psycho Black Ranger, so he'll make a visit to you in your rooms.
Uh, okay,
Excellence.
I've got a lot to think about. Um,
It's okay. He'll be very quiet. And she turns and just swishes off the throne, heads down to meet with some of the nobility that are gathered around waiting, and the head of the guard. And she's already chatting away with them as they walk away, leaving you at the table with all of the food and.
I don't think I want to be like a king of a planet or anything, Q.
Well, it's your birthright, bitch tits.
There's always abdication.
Yeah, can't I give it to someone else?
I'll take it.
Q, you'd make a good king.
I mean, good King Wenceslas last looked out on the Feast of Stephen.
And Q's a queen. Get it right.
I mean, fair. Sorry. Yes, you'd make a good queen.
Would make? Look,
But
Pete, this is like less than 20. No, it's more than 24. This is like your first week of finding out that you're from another planet and that you have royal blood in your veins and that there is, a whole new world to explore. Take a moment, take a breath. Once upon a time, you didn't know Power Rangers existed. Once upon a time, you weren't a Power Ranger. Once upon a time, you didn't think you would go into space. Once upon a time, you
You had
didn't
your
know
original
that there
iPad.
were other planets with aliens on. Once upon a time, you didn't think that you would fight almost to the death on the moon. And now you're stood on what is to us an alien planet, what is technically to you your home planet, and you're a royal person. Your life has never been mundane, particularly the last year. So take some time. You don't have to decide today what the rest of your life is going to look like. Your dad didn't.
Okay, yeah, fair point. Fair point.
And
It's just a bit much, I suppose. Yeah, I just need to think
and
some.
one of the things that your grandmother was alluding to is the fact that perhaps you need to be a bit more honest with yourself. And if she's asking you, do you want to come and be, can you not just wait to be king? The answer is actually right now, no. Say actually right now, no. This is a lot and I need some time.
Is it just me, or does it seem really hard to say no to her?
I think you're finding it really hard to say what you really think. You're doing
Yeah,
exactly what you've done all week.
I'm avoiding the
You're
problem.
avoiding having
Yeah.
the conversation that you don't want to have because you don't want to let someone down.
And on that note, Pete will unstrap himself from his high chair. Um, and I will go and re-engage the Queen Mother if possible,
You
to
forgot your babe.
have a
Make
private
me
conversation.
technically it's a survival check. Make me a survival check.
What? A survival check for what?
It's tracking technically survival. I will say
You could survive your grandmother.
streetwise or persuasion.
We'll go with either. Go streetwise. Ooh. Ooh. I'm sorry, it's so dumb that on my skill with a D2 I got a 22. Yeah,
You
remember that time
find
I got all ones with D12 specialized? Anyone remember that?
You find a member of the Royal Guard who recognizes you from, well, everything, but is happy enough to point out the direction that the Queen Mother walked off in, and give you directions to where she should be meeting everybody. And when you make your way there, she's sitting in a chair, much more comfortable looking chair, very much an armchair with nice padding, a little bit worn, very clearly has been used over the years. There's maybe a dozen people sitting in similar chairs around a circular table. There's a projector in the middle of the room, holographic projector that's showing an image of the planet, ships in orbit, the projected course of the Psycho Mothership off into the distance, and you can see like numbers next to it, which is how many people are on Triforia, how many people are returning to Triforia, just little bits of news that are being gathered and things like that. And they're completely in the middle of a conversation when you open a door. And whoever was talking, a tall individual, their head is completely shaved, no hair whatsoever. Ear pierced, one of them completely pierced pretty much everywhere they could be. Chains, rings. Stops, looks at you. They're wearing a suit, but you've not seen them previously. Hello? Were you supposed to join this meeting?
Hi.
The Queen
No.
Mother's chair is back to you, so she can't see you, but she does recognize your voice when you speak.
No. Sorry for interrupting. Name's Peter. Apparent Prince of Treforia. Hi.
Oh, hello. Um, welcome to the planet, Prince Peter.
Grandmother, I need to talk to you.
We can talk later. At the moment, I'm with my council. We're just trying to make sure that everything's ready for my departure.
Okay, but it's kind of urgent.
Is it
I'm
about our
not.
trip?
No, it's about you
Then
wanting
we can
me to be
talk
king.
about everything later on then.
No, I kind of need to get this off my chest now.
Would you like everybody in the room to hear this?
Honestly, I don't care.
Okay. Make sure you're
Um,
standing up straight.
okay, I'm not ready to be a king or a prince. I'm a Power Ranger. I don't want to disappoint anyone, but I have more responsibility than a single planet at the moment. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be ready or ever going to want to be king of this planet. I have a life on Earth. I have friends on Earth. I have family on Earth. And I've always pictured myself going back. I don't know what I'll do when I'm there, but I know that's what I want to do. And I know this may disappoint you, but I need to stop worrying about disappointing other people and do what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is doing what I'm doing now with the idea that I get to go home eventually. And
Whilst you've
Earth
been
is my home.
talking, an older man, the individual that had greeted the Queen and you all as you entered the throne room, when you first arrived on the planet, he'd gotten up off of a chair and come to stand behind you. And as you're talking, he just kind of adjusts your posture, so you're standing taller.
I
Your
will
sort of
instantly
chest is
shake
out.
him off.
Make me
Like,
a athletics or brawn check.
well, I'm terrible at both of those things.
Yeah, I had the image that your voice went from being horrible.
Not
16.
touchy.
What did you get?
16.
I got 19. So he sort of lets go for the most part, but it's just gently, very carefully, just sort of smoothing you out, trying to be unobtrusive, but
I'm just like, stop it, okay?
No touchy.
Power
don't-
Ranger, Prince or King, Peter, you must project confidence when you speak, he says quietly, softly, so only you can hear him.
He'll take a deep breath, as I just did, and he will reposture himself. Fine. I am not ready to be king, and I don't think I ever will be. I'm going home once we have finished doing our job. And at that, Peter will turn around and go to leave.
The Queen Mother watches you leave, looks across at the rest of them, is just teenagers.
Isn't Pete like
Yeah.
over 20?
And Peter will just look back, shake his head, and walk out.
The elderly.
Geriatrics.
Geriatric.
And Pete, I would like to point out as well, Pete is walking out with like a newfound sense of like, yeah,
Self-respect.
yeah, self-respect and just pure confidence. Just like, yeah, nah, screw you guys, I'm me. I'm doing
I'm
this.
going home.
I feel like at this point we need like the Scott Pilgrim moment. Peter has earned the power of self-respect.
Respect.
Do I finally find out what my cube does?
No,
Damn it!
activated by the power of self-respect.
How do you?
You gotta reset. You gotta reset. You gotta try again. It's a different power. You got the wrong one.
The rest of the day goes by without sort of much of an event. You know, there's this dinner. You're left between the two to just kind of get a right, like, go through whatever it is you wish to go through. There's drinks, there's social events happening around, so there's time for you to meet and greet anybody. Not long after you all retire to... So you all have rooms in the palace, and there is a central sitting room between all of them. Not long after you all return or retire for the evening to the central sitting room, as if somebody is watching and reporting upon your movements, a tailor and their staff wander into the room without knocking. They're very elegantly dressed, long tails of their suit jacket. Their suit jacket itself is a very deep purple, as are the trousers. Their hair, which flows back past their shoulders, is a very neon green. It's meant to be seen. Everything about them is look at me. The embroidery on the inside of the jacket, the waistcoat, the shirt, everything is ostentatious and so much of an advertisement for what they can do. And when they look at all of you, presumably still morphed?
Always. I'm always gonna be morphed.
No, Q will have demorphed.
I don't think I've demorphed.
He's just,
Armored, but no helmet.
this will not do.
What will
All
I
of
what?
you, this will not do.
Huh?
I'm sorry, who do you know in this room right now?
What the hell are you talking about? Yeah.
All of you.
You really
Any
need
of,
to elaborate.
any of you know him? Any of you know him? Because I don't know him. I don't know who this is.
What is this
assuming my
thing that
grandmother
won't
sent
do?
him.
Peter,
Like,
Eric, Mercutio, and Sarah.
And you are.
You just call him Eric?
I'm Austin.
Son of a bitch.
And
Is your last name Tatius?
What a ridiculous statement.
Had to check.
Powers? Danger powers?
okay, Austin, why are you here and what won't do?
Yeah. What you
Look at
want?
you. You need cloves. All of you.
4?
You can't just wear this armor that protects you. You need cloves to protect your spirits.
No, I'm pretty good
Dwarf
in
right now.
the
I'm
armor. Like,
I'm gonna tug on Sarah's what shirt or whatever, just to get attention. Hey, is this one of those fashion designers?
I think so. Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you like the royal tailor or something?
I am appointed
Ah.
by the Queen Mother.
Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, and Cal is going to jump out a window. Mid-sentence.
Is the window open? Or are you
No,
going through the
certainly not. And if all the windows are open, I'm going through the wall.
Austin
You're gonna
smile
close it, then jump through it.
like doesn't waver in the slightest. He's just like, the fool, I already have his size from the pictures in my dressing room.
Well, he'll never wear it.
Right.
But
Oh God, we found above table. Oh God, we found the pervert.
The one who installed the cameras.
It's him.
sorry, Austin, I think I speak for everyone here when I say
no,
we don't.
hold on.
Never speak for me. First of all, Sarah just no. You don't speak for me. Actually,
I mean-
I'm intrigued.
Pete just
We're
shoots Sarah
offering
with his
free
grid cannon.
Free wardrobe upgrade. I'm willing to give it a shot.
You are the ambassador from the North Pole.
Yeah.
We have something very festive in mind for you.
Oh dear. That'll be fun.
Okay, then I speak for myself. I speak for myself. Then I don't require your services. Thank you.
Hit
Unfortunately,
me with that fashion montage. Q, you in?
You will just say, one moment, please, Austin, and just kind of go and sit with Pete. Say, it's one thing to renounce the throne and make the decision of where your life would like to be. But if this is a gift from your grandmother,
it
so
is.
I said, would you please? Thank you.
I will not. He's already
Please,
over
sir,
by
I am
Sarah,
talking
like
to my friends.
sizing her up.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
This could be as much her way of giving you a piece of her home to keep with you and take with you as a memory to help you not forget this part of who you are.
I mean, I never said I was never going to come back to Triforia, just that I'm not going to be king.
Yeah, and accepting a gift from your grandmother who's only just met you for the first time, who has probably spent the last however many years fearing for the safety of her son who left and never came home. She's got a lot of love and fear and anxiety pouring out of her, and as uncomfortable as it might feel, you're the vessel into which it's being targeted. So maybe let her take some comfort in lavishing you with some love and affection.
I mean, I suppose you're right, but part of me does feel like it's just a bit of a ploy to kind of convince me, but
And your suit could do with a wash.
bitch, this thing's self-cleaning.
You're not.
The suit cleans me.
You will just give a look.
Doesn't
it does
it?
not. I smell you from over here.
When you were the Green Ranger, it kind of worked. No.
Okay, all right. Let's
You
see
shower
what you got,
whilst we're
Austin.
getting measured.
I don't like this idea that all of a sudden I smell like.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if there's
You
any
might
member
not.
of this crew, like if we were to get like a ranking of like who smells the worst, it's Cal. Cause I never
You've got
demorph.
like multiple armpits.
I mean, look, even the arms that aren'tGanic, I like never get out of suit. When am I bathing? Like,
This is most likely just Q manipulating Pete to have a shower, decompress, and fresh brain.
Okay, right. Oh, fine. Sorry, Austin. Excuse my rudeness. Okay. Let's I'm gonna go freshen up apparently. And
And
yeah,
eat
show us what you got.
I will make you the best outfits. They will all be ready tomorrow for your departure. There is no ball or gala, but the Queen Mother, she wish you to wear the outfits so that when you leave, everybody looking their best for the photo opportunity, and just to show the planet that you're all the
fabulous,
no the victors, the triumph, the
glorious.
glorious, yes, glorious. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Where are the showers?
In your room.
Where's my room?
He'll put his hand on the wall, which just disappears.
It's right there. There's your room.
Have
Yeah.
you been sleeping in the sitting room this entire time?
I've been sleeping in the lab.
Oof. You
It's
think
not the first
Trithorian
time.
hospitality is so poor?
No,
he
it's just
really
where I
likes
feel
it.
most comfortable. And on that
Yeah.
note, Pete will de-shimmer and go and have a shower. I will shimmy down. It's been a while.
Shimmy now.
See what you've been missing out on?
He starts like sizing Sarah up and drawing. He starts the sizing and then passes the tape measure over to one of the assistants, and starts literally as they're talking drawing up plans on a pad, so she can see the designs unfolding before her.
This is like standing there. I'm like, hey, Austin, is this only for like us Power Rangers, or can we bring other people in on this?
You have significant other?
Damn right.
Your love, of course.
Kelsey, I need you to report to me, please.
You her boss?
What?
He will snort quite loudly.
Are you her boss? Is that not
I mean, no. What? Just to turn her phrase, man.
okay, oh, sorry. She does obviously
Yeah.
sort of teleport down into the room and is kind of
You're getting a dress, babe.
No.
Yep.
No.
dress in Converse.
Hiking boots.
It's time.
Unless your plans to make an honest woman of me, no.
You lean round
Propose?
off kind
Yeah.
of the back of
Pete pokes his head out of the
Kelsey.
shower room.
looking at Sarah and saying,
Cal's head just comes up from a window frame where he's been. It's like
I mean, I haven't had a chance to buy a ring, but if you're proposing,
Cal couldn't miss that.
I would like to.
No, absolutely not. Now when Kelsey and I are such good friends.
Yeah.
I would like to spend a story point to summon an engagement ring, and like from the shower, you like just
It was in the shower.
Austin just slips a ring off his finger, like really discreetly,
One
and
of,
just
like,
drops
20.
it. Yeah, like just a hands full of rings. Just drops it onto into
Rings
Sarah's hand.
everywhere. Well, now there are two.
Just all of a sudden, you're showered in rings.
Onion rings. You know.
I'm here for the proposal. This is.
I mean, this wasn't the way I planned on doing it, but shit.
Austin just kind of like slaps you around the head. It's like, on the knee?
Listen, motherfucker, I'm getting there. Taking the one.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad someone got the Sonic the Hedgehog reference. Thank you, David.
Yeah, I'll drop to a knee. I think. Shit, I mean, I'm on the spot and everything. I don't. Well, Kelsey, you are the other half of my heart and my soul.
I mean, I've been hearing something different from Cal recently.
Look, listen. None of that means anything. I love you, and that I can't imagine life without you. So, shall we make it officially official? Will you marry me?
Did you ask my grandmother's blessing?
It's a long distance phone call, ma'am. Like, we're still waiting to hear from Peter's dad with like earth-shattering news. Also, it's like 2023 or something. I don't even know what year it is anymore. You're a strong,
I don't
independent
know.
woman. You don't need no grandma.
I don't know. And she takes the ring and slides it on her finger, and it does. Like the ring that Austin gave her fits perfectly.
On that, Pete will run out of the shower with just a towel around his waist, like soaking wet, and he will just dive on the pair of them and give them a hug.
And
We're
it's not-
smooshing together.
Can I intercept him and like force him back into the shower? Like, no, none of this.
Roll me opposing initiative checks.
Oh, at least it's an
Is this a
initiative.
non-combat initiative check?
It's a non-combat initiative.
Oh,
I
no.
roll that with
Who
edge.
would like to follow me? No.
To be fair, I get upshifties on this. Oh, well,
not
I'm
good.
not winning that.
I mean, you might.
I got a 9.
10.
You
Wow.
suck.
As Pete goes running past with his cow, like surprising everybody, Cal, who was just leaning,
Hanging
like,
out
over
the window.
Yeah, just
Mhm.
like throws himself in, tackles Pete mid-run.
I catch him
And the
with one
towel
of the arms
flutters away out the
Yeah.
window.
as I throw him back into the bathroom.
All you can hear as Pete's getting thrown back into the bathroom is, "That was so beautiful."
Yeah, it's lovely. There's joy, there's laughter, there's Austin in the
There's Nick
background, just
Peter.
like, I was here when it happened. The assistants are still measuring everything up. And they're now measuring Kelsey up as well. And Austin's promising wedding dresses to be made too. And I think there actually is where we're going to stop, because it does give everybody a week to think about what they're going to have outfit-wise. And I'm going to point this out that I've said it here now, so that if people forget between here and next week, at least I've said it and nobody can blame me.
Oh, I have an outfit in mind already.
Cool.
My outfit
Just on a
just
complete
looked.
sidebar, I got invited to a ball on Friday. The invite came. The ball wasn't on Friday, which I was just like, I'm so excited! I'm going to a ball. I can. It's when I'm in Florida.
Can I go instead?
No,
To the ball, not to Florida.
no.
Oh.
We'll
Damn.
send
I
Michael.
mean, work were paying for the table and everything, so I was just like, yay! I get to get. Damn it!
As through clenched teeth and like biting a knuckle, you're just like, I cannot come. I'm so sorry.
I'm so angry about this.
And instead,
I would like to
you
say-
gotta go to Florida. Ugh.
Disney World though, so say
Fine.
Florida.
Yeah, but you're still coming to America, so
Rough. That's rough for you, actually.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
end of the
I'm going to
episode.
say before we do the things that we're going to normally do. Yes, you can, but there has to be like a suit jacket or something as well. There has to be something a bit more formal than just the cloak.
I just
Mine is
mean
going-
like you ever see like
Keep it to yourself until next week.
Oh.
all right.
Just because I want to reveal all of them next week. So if you need to write it down or anything, write it down, but keep it to yourself until next week. It's a good question. What planet will the wedding be held? But we'll find out. I want to point out before I ask the question, this is not at all where I expected this to go. Not one bit. At all.
The idea.
Not a
The
single
idea.
I
of this
didn't
episode.
either. Was this something I had in the back of my mind eventually? Yes, but like not now.
You definitely just got strong armed into it. Rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes and no to the answer to your question, Michael, and I'll go through it with you afterwards. But
Me.
before we go any further, favorite moment for yourself, favorite moment for another player. Davey, I love that. Wedding on the Machine Empire homeworld, that would be hilarious.
Just to like crip walk on their grave, essentially.
No, it's got to be like Will Turner and Elizabeth's marriage in Pirates of the
Mid-ship fight.
Caribbean. Yeah, you get married during the fight.
Favorite moment for yourself, favorite moment for another player. We're gonna start with Jay, who plays Q.
Denied I went first last week.
Okay, we're gonna start with Michael, who plays Peter.
Told that guy to eat shit.
For
Yeah.
for
I got
Peter,
told.
it was probably either like actually making the decision and like standing up to Grandmama, or the conversation between Q and Pete before talking to Grandmama. For someone else, oh no, for someone, I had it, I had one, and then the whole proposal happened. So it was a group one, just everyone's saying nice things about me. But it's got to
Really
be the
all about
proposal.
him.
It's got to be the proposal.
Okay. Michael, who plays Sarah, then.
Well, shit. I guess for me, I guess it has to be the proposal. I mean,
Otherwise, Kelsey will kick your ass.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awkward.
And for someone else, the heart to heart with Q and Pete, like, go tell that woman to shut up, and you're gonna live your life. Like,
Teenagers.
yeah.
Geriatric.
Jay, who plays Q. Because if you haven't noticed, there's a trend. I tried to follow through the.
Yeah, it's been obvious for a
I go last a lot.
while. Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
It's true.
Hey, most episodes, my favorite moment for someone else is panic.
Just as a whole.
Just me doing bits.
Mhm.
But it's actually my favourite bit from somebody else was Panic's multi-armed grapple of the Pete's. As they all went in different directions.
It's like,
No,
nope,
actually.
you're going to speak to your grandmother, or else.
What do I?
For Q, I don't know. He had kind of not downbeat. He was very serious. He was deep in his. He was therapy Q today, I think. Tricky. I think just getting to be kind of a bit of the guardian of the team rather than anything, just like looking after
The leader in you
the
putting them
well-being.
out.
Yeah. And
Last.
the
Oh, sorry, go on.
being having to write down to remember to make the reference about it's just as well that this happened after you spectrum shifted to white, otherwise you would have just been a shamrock, small green, and split three ways. I've had that for about 3 sessions written down in my notes, so I wouldn't forget it.
I do have to say, I do apologise, Panic, but the sheer amount of like Disney references that have popped up in this episode, insane, just insane.
It's absurd how Disney this episode was.
Yeah, just the sheer amount. Like, yeah. Last but not least, Panic, who plays Cal.
My favorite moment for Cal is I rolled 2 nat 20s in a row today, but no, the best moment for Cal was the most pathetic initiative contest of all time.
I got a 9. I got a 10.
I rolled a 7 and an 8, and then got a 2 on the D2.
I rolled a 6 and a 1. Not
I
a
must
6 and a
stop
1,
this
sorry.
naked man.
I was like, that's a 7, dude.
Yeah, a 6 and a 3.
I'm like,
Sorry,
Like,
I've got
hold on.
like 3 dice sitting in my tray in front of me.
And they're all disappointing.
um,
But my favorite moment for someone else is 100% Jay's speech to Peter about, like, hey, I'm not just friends with any aspect of you, I'm friends with you.
even though you melted my He-Man doll.
Everything. Yeah.
My car keys, my sneakers.
Then you shouldn't have brought them to the damn lab.
Melted your way into my heart.
See, now in my head, that happened when they were kids and you were just like mucking around. It was like pre-lab time. It was just
But the
Hey,
car
hey,
keys.
hey, where
my
everybody
first
is
lab.
lab.
Keys.
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, how did you melt car keys?
it's Pete.
Well,
High temperatures.
microwaving.
Thank you, everybody who has watched this episode. Thank you to the lovely cast of people who keep me on my toes and make me adjust every
Regret
plan I
every
might
minute.
possibly have. With their awful jokes and plentiful Disney movie references. Yeah, we'll see you at the same time and place next week. Michael, that means we do have a game next Saturday.
Yes.
Not naming any names.
Let's see how long I remember.
Yeah, have a fantastic week, everybody, and good night.
Night, David
May the
Jones.
power protect you.
Peace.